room. Okay, welcome everyone. Just take a minute to make sure everybody's let in, and we can get started here in a moment. Good to see you all again. Thanks for joining us. That was a really great session we had with Alex Kirstan. Very much appreciated, and thanks to everyone for engaging and participating and bringing your questions. I think it really made it for an even better session than it would have been to just have so much engagement and interaction. Isaac, what is your preference for engagement and interaction? Would you rather talk for a little bit and then have a Q&A period? Do you want people to be able to kind of cut in and discuss? It's really up to you what works best for you.
Well, I have material enough for probably 4.5 hours, and then we can have dinner together.
Okay.
But I will try to go fast. What I would like to do is show you my way of being equipped. For people with a little bit less experience, I will not be in position to teach a class how to do one specific task. I will try to do it with one or two topics to slow down. Otherwise, I'll say, here what I have, here how I put it together, and move on. My classes usually go fast.
Okay.
And try to cover for every level of experience or inexperience, just to give you some ideas.
Okay,
but
excellent.
If you have questions during the break, pose the question and I will try to please.
Okay, perfect. So it sounds like it's easier for you to just kind of keep going, keep you on task, and get through a bunch of stuff. Okay, all right, that sounds great. I got a little bit of a jitter on your internet, although it seems the signal's probably coming through okay. But just keep an ear out for me. I'll let you know if there's we need to like pause and have you say something again or something like that. But it's running pretty steady. Okay, excellent. Well, I'll give an introduction to you in your presentation, and then basically I'll leave it to you to keep running with it. So I'll introduce Isaac Satagursky. He has established his business by serving both large accounts and individual customers. He's based in LA and broadly experienced serving institutions, musicians, venues, recording studios, and private homes. He is a well-known piano industry veteran who's committed to helping his fellow tech. He is also known throughout the piano community for his musical ear resulting from his years of classical music conservatory training. And in a little blurb about his class today, he wants to take about 2 hours to show and tell ideas about packing special tools, parts, and supplies, and to do specific, not so common field or shop repairs. About 30 plus kits will be discussed and some actual demonstration will be done. You can have your notebooks ready and lots of information will be shared. So I'll hand it over to you, Isaac, and you can get started. Just shout out if you need anything from me. I'll probably be off camera for most of the presentation. Okay?
Thank you. Yeah, I have great tech support here. Eric Raudenberg, alumni from the North Bennett School, and Wesley Williams, just starting. So they will be helping me with the high-tech stuff. My name is Isaac Satagursky. I'm a member of PTG since 1975 and mostly work in private homes. I try to avoid concert stages and all that. I have done it and I have my personal reasons. I will show you maximalistic way of putting stuff together. All my professional life, I was driving a van, full-size van, equipped for any unusual stuff. I could end up 30 and 50 miles away from home. And when you need a little tool, a little that, experience will tell you how to pack. For people who live in Boston, Manhattan, San Francisco, where you rely on public transportation, it's a totally different approach. And you will be better off attending Dan Leviton's class about how to put stuff, minimal stuff and travel with just a briefcase. So the first thing, what I do when I enter the house, I like to keep few things in my luggage. I travel with the wheeled luggage case, like you go to the airport on the travels, and I will try to show you briefly to what I do. Maybe you can adopt something to make your life a little bit easier. So this is ordinary piano bench, but imagine this is a vertical piano. I like to carry my own light, okay, on the big clamp, and clamp is protected with plastic tubing so it will not scratch the cabinet of the piano. So I have a good light. I have a good support for the lid. It's very sophisticated, and you can do adjustments and leave it as high as low as you want. And the magnetic dish is put together on a little lace. So if I take out any cabinet screws, they are here on a magnet and they don't get lost. So I hope I made myself clear with that. So Wesley, let's put this down and keep on.
Let me cut in here real briefly. I see someone's got a phone that they're filming with. Is that something that's going to the Zoom as well, or is that just another camera someone's using?
We have two cameras.
Yeah, we have two cameras here.
So you have another one that's going into the Zoom?
Yes.
Okay, what's the name on that camera? That way I can switch to it as necessary.
It should say Isaac Satagursky on there as well.
It'll say Isaac Satagursky as well. Okay, cool. I'll keep my eye out for that, and I'll switch to that camera accordingly. Okay, thanks. You can continue for now, and I will.
So this is my magic extension cord, and it has light in it. So if I'm 20 feet away plugging into the wall outlet, it shows me immediately that there is power, so I don't have to run back and forth. And there is enough outlet for my cyber tuner and anything else. And another hidden secret and very convenient thing in my daily life is, where is this rubber? Okay. Rubberized yoga mat, little blanket. So with the rubberized section, it never slides. I can sit on it and the blanket will stay there, and I will never be accused of scratching customers' piano bench. Are we clear on that?
Sounds good.
Little plastic bag filled with different diameter of inner diameter plastic tubes. And I can protect L-shaped pins in lid hinges. I can protect little bolts sticking out of the piano bench so little kids will not scratch themselves. And inner tubing also will work well on putting together broken hammer shank. If it breaks along the length, glue and plastic tubing, little ring, will keep it together. No reason to use threads. And the blades are there as well, and always extra protection is bungee cord. Next little innovation is my collection of tuning mutes. Okay, I can do pitch raise with the mutes. I can do well-maintained piano with just 2 rubber mutes. Doesn't matter. But for pitch raises, for moving fast and completing it in 15, 20 minutes, different types of different thicknesses of muting are needed. Now, I see people quite often are playing a very neat person, and they put mutes together, and this can eat up about 27 seconds of your life, to put it nice and neat. Okay. My opposition to that is our fingers are sweaty, full of chemicals. It goes into the felt and then transfers to the wires. So if you still prefer to put them together, put it together twice. And now you will do it in 9 seconds. If you prefer to do that. I prefer to put them in a nice little zippered bags and nobody will see it and it's ready to go. So unpacking, packing goes very fast. Because I work on different types of pianos with different types of tuning pins. Some people carry 1, 2, and 3 tuning hammers. I prefer to carry just one. But if I have to change the tip, here is the dilemma. If I will use traditional Z-shaped tool, it will take some time to break it, some tapping, and then replace it and tightening it. So it's a much faster approach if I will have appropriate tip removed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's out, and head and tip together. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm ready to go. And tip number 1 is marked with red tape. Tip number 2 is the yellow. And tip number 3 is green, very easy to find. And I have a long one, I have a shorty one, I have thin wall one, and things go much, much faster with that. And I'm very much against using screwdriver blades, Phillips, and for tightening the plates. It chews up the tip and it becomes very, very loose prematurely. And that's as much as I can tell you about the tuning hammer. Mostly it's number 3, and guys will put it back together. Also, I have number 4 with 4 rings. If somebody replaced tuning pins, rebuild piano with number 4, 5, and 6 tuning pins, you need number 4 tip, and Schaff sells them. Tuning hammer is protected in a pouch, easy to find, and let's talk a little bit about key easing. We confront this problem